let's establish a quorum.
Here, you need a.
My thing doesn't.
Eileen?
Here.
Brenda?
Yes.
Sabrina?
Here.
Dick?
Here.
I'm here. Paul, or,
I am here.
Paul is not here.
Paul's not
We
here.
have a quorum.
I would just like to welcome everybody back to Monterey. It's nice seeing all you. I've missed all you. I hope that you guys are all happy and that you're going to be enjoying the season that's about to begin here. I thank everybody for all their help with all these projects going on. Everybody, for the most part, is very receptive and being very courteous and being careful of everything as they go around. And one day you're going to be very happy because this place is going to be beautiful and everything is going to be, yeah, and safe. All right, so now we're going to begin with our new business. First of all, we need to accept the 2026 budget from the Budget Committee. And Eileen is going to discuss it.
And Kim has done a PowerPoint for us, so we're going to follow the PowerPoint. She's going to change slides. So I'm not going to go through the whole budget today because it took us like 2.5 hours the other day to go through the whole budget and the budget meeting. So I'm just going to highlight certain things. We have various cost centers in the budget. The first one we're looking at is the administrative, and I do want to show you, and you will all get a copy of this budget. And it'll be emailed to you. If you don't have an email, it will be sent to you in the next day. So you can look at it. If you have questions, you can get a hold of myself. Keith is very helpful. I couldn't have done it without him. Sabrina, any of us. So if you have questions, just contact us. But on this page, I do want to show you that the Watson contract is going up to $200,200 for next year. This was a 2-year contract, so they did not go up last year on the budget. So the total administrative, and this only includes Diane, who only works two days a week for us, is 7% of our total budget, and it's $324,598. The next page is our building and maintenance, and this includes our workers, Jimmy, Wes, Frank, and Eric, our new worker. And when you get this, you're going to see one of the big projected expenditures this year is in plumbing. We've had a lot of plumbing expenses around here, and I think a lot of you know it in your buildings. It's because of our old infrastructure, it takes a beating. The other one that you'll see here the Citricon special assessment. That was a $31,000 expense. It shows under expenses, but later on it'll show under assessments too. So the total maintenance projected. Okay, so there's 3 columns. This was last year's projected budget. This was end-of-year expenditures, actual projected, because of course we haven't been at the end of the year yet. And this is next year's proposed budget. So the building maintenance is $422,950, which is 9.1% of your budget. Next page is our golf course expenses. And this is our salaries, our Sid, and his 2 part-time workers. The expenses stay pretty consistent. We build in a little bit of cushion for increase in costs. And then we're hoping to build a shelter for them, a temporary shelter to cover up some more of the equipment down there that's sitting out in the sun and the rain. Pardon me? Jump in anytime you want, Kim. But the rest of the expenses are pretty consistent. And the total golf course expenses are $313,680, which is, well, our golf course is only 6.8% of our budget. So it's not, a lot of people say, oh, it's because you have a golf course, it's so expensive. That's not most of our expense. It's only 6.8%. Yep. Here we have landscaping, which Joe's going to talk a little bit about this too. The costs stay pretty steady. The lawn maintenance contract, which is Orlando, Holly has been out getting bids from other companies, and Orlando is a bargain. They really are. And they come every week. So that's our big expense under landscaping is Orlando. So the landscaping maintenance budget is pretty consistent from year to year. And that is, where is that page? I have it here. That is 3.8%. 3.8% landscaping. All right. Outside contracts is our big one. The first one you see up here is property insurance escrow. As most of you know, the property insurance did come down what we paid this year. However, next year we are going to be reappraised by the insurance company. Right now, our appraisal is we are appraised at $59 million. And we expect that to go up, which will again affect our insurance premium. The other big one under here is our hot wire, which will be at $520,000 next year. And then we have our water and sewer, our propane, our electricity, our trash disposal. Those all come into our outside contracts, which makes it $2,235,000. And that is 48.16% of your budget. So this is the big category here, is the outside contracts. And that includes your water, your sewer, your cable, so it's a lot of our expenses. Then we have our non-operating expenses, which is our land lease, which is every year it's $611,364 we pay for that land lease until June 2038. Our reserve budget, we have increased, and the board increased we increased the minimum.
We are going to be voting, at the next meeting, we are going to be voting to increase the board directive amount for certain lines, not the 4 mandatory lines, but the 4 lines that we set up to say, like infrastructure, furniture and fixtures, what's the other one?
Keith, what's the other one?
Buildings, building
Laundry.
repairs, and grounds equipment.
Grounds equipment. Yeah, so we need to keep, we always like to have a good balance in those categories to provide for unexpected expenses that come through and for our not our everyday maintenance, but our big maintenance projects. So we are going from, this year we had $482,000 in the reserves for that, and it's going to go up to $556,000. This number here, the $1,698,060, that includes our special assessment that we did this year. That's why that number is so large. And then we have the laundry, the $60,000 here. So our total expenses, operating and non-operating expenses, comes up to $4,640,592. That's our operating budget. Okay. Then we look at our our income, what we have of income coming in, and the big one, other than, of course, your HOAs, is the interest we're earning on our operating income, operating accounts. I'll go on to the next one.
The next page?
How much is the income?
Okay, well, we're going
We're going there.
we'll go on there. Go to the next one.
getting there.
Okay, so the that bottom line there for miscellaneous income comes up to 110,000. We had a carryover from last year of the budget versus our expenses. We have an income of $19,176. So you have to back in. We know what our expenses are. We have to back in to figure out what our assessment's going to be. So our assessment has to be $4,511,416. That's what you're going to be assessed. So on the next page, we take that assessment. That's the amount of our expenses that we have to cover with assessments. $4 million with the HOA. HOA, homeowners assessment. We call it a total maintenance assessment. So that's the amount that your HOAs have to cover. There are certain items that everybody pays the same, and that's the condo fee, which is $2,040 a year. It's $4 a unit. The hot wire, everybody pays the same for hot wire. The water rate base, and then the column all. So we all pay the same amount of the $582,000. That's divided by our 510 units. So it's equally paid at $96 a month. That's monthly. And then, so then the amount that has to be proportionally split according to our unit, according to what unit you're in, is the $3,923,126. And so you take these two amounts, and then the lease amount, I can't see, the lease amount and the amount of the annual assessment, you add them together, it's on the next page. Okay, this is the total assessment that each group needs to cover, and your monthly assessment next year is going to be $802 for units A, E, F, and J, $721 for B, D, G, and I, $643 for C and H if this budget gets accepted and approved. Oh, that's all I really cared about. That's all you really cared about.
We needed a little drama in there to build to it. So the end units are going to be going down. They're going to be 802. They're going down $35.
31 and 27.
Units B, D, G, and I are going down to $752, which is $31 decrease. And
721.
721, I'm sorry. I said they're going down to 721.
No, they're going just.
Which
yeah,
is a
$721.
$31 decrease.
Right.
And the C and H units are going down to $643, which is a $27 decrease.
And again, you'll get a copy of this today or tomorrow. So go through it, and if you have questions, let us know. But yeah, it went down.
So, good. I'm glad you're happy. So on November 10th, so it's accepted today. It's going to go out in the mail, and it's going to get email blasted to those that have their email address with the office. And then on November 10th is when we come back and have the meeting, and that's when we approve the final budget. Okay? So,
Thank you to the Salary Review Committee, the Budget Committee, Holly, and especially to Keith.
Okay, so now we're going to move on, and we are going to be discussing the plants. There's some plant replacement which are valued at over $500, so when that happens, it has to be voted on, and we're going to do it in front of you so you know what's going on. Oh, yes, let's vote first before I move on. I thought we accepted it, but let's move on to accept the budget. Anybody, somebody do a motion?
I make a motion to accept the budget.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Okay, so now I'll start in on that next topic that I was just talking about, approval. Here's the agenda items. Paul Joes, he's in charge of the he's liaison for the landscaping committee. He's requesting approval for plant purchases over 500. So here are the requests, and then I'll ask somebody to make a motion. So the first thing, there's 3 planting projects. Project 1 is the clubhouse parking area. The whole project for all 3 projects, the whole cost for all 3 projects is going to be $1,100. Project 1 is the clubhouse parking area. 15 white copper leaf plants in the center bed of the parking lot, 6 ornamental grasses in side bed of the parking lot. So that's project 1. Project 2 is a palm tree at hole 3. It's 1 Bismarck palm. Project 3 are various shrub replacements within the complex. Planting areas include the clubhouse, building 10, building 19, building 37, and 38. The plants will be purchased by Ed Miller and Kelly Nursery in Stewart, or they'll be purchased from these nurseries. The plants will not be purchased all at one time, but instead will be spaced out as volunteer labor is available to install the plants. So, does anybody want to make a motion to vote on this?
I make a motion, we vote on it.
I second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries.
All right. I wish I didn't have to talk about the next item, but it is something that we need to address. For the most part, the workers out there are very accommodating to people when they're doing work, and if you need to get upstairs or go wherever and something's in the way, they will move it, and they'll do whatever they need to do. But the one thing that they requested was when they did the waterproofing, they needed people to stay off it from 8 to 4 because it has to cure and dry, and it has to get into the, if you walk on it, you ruin it. So there were a couple of units. One was 15J and one was 43I. They both walked on it. They knew it was wet. One of them, we had a video of the person, like they moved. There's barriers. First, you were email blasted, and then there were barriers blocking the stairs, and then there was tape up saying keep off. So the one with the tape, the barriers moved, and also I also spoke to the resident down below. The barrier was moved, and then they stepped over the tape, and you could see slowly, gingerly walking, and you can tell they're sticking to the steps and all along walking close to the railing, so you know you're sticking and you know it's wet, and they kept going all the way till they got in. That person, and we checked on the reasoning for some of these people why they did what they did. The reason for one of them, that one I'll say, was that they had to go to the bathroom. But you have 2 clubhouses that are open. It's during working hours, 8 to 4, so you can go to the clubhouse, or there's the neighbor, one of the neighbors downstairs said if they knocked on the door, I would have let them in. So they could have knocked on somebody's door, I really gotta go, or whatever. So that is not a good reason for doing what you did. Another one, the other one, the reasoning was they had a party going on and they had to go to the grocery store. I'm sorry, but that doesn't fly. So what we're looking into is there's a in the bylaws, I believe it's rule, I gotta find it so I can read it.
What the cost was.
Oh, I'm gonna. So, but we're narrowing, what we're trying to do now, well, first of all, under the bylaws, if you damage something, you have to pay for it. So we are gonna vote on charging these people for the damage that they caused. The total cost that we had from these, from the company, the contractor, was over 13,000, wasn't it? It was over 13,000, what was it? 13,832. 13,832. So what we want to do, well, we're still trying to find out what the division is between the 43 and building 15. And then if we all vote on this, or the majority vote on it, we will be charging them, because under the bylaws, people are responsible for the damage they create. So I would like a motion to vote on not fining,
No.
for billing these people for their damages, the damages they created.
So I'd like to make a motion to charge the 2 residents for the damage they caused to the waterproofing due to negligence.
Due to
second it.
negligence.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
See, the thing is, it's kind of sickening, because everybody had to kick in all this money. It was a large sum of money, and then for somebody, and they kick in the money too, for somebody to think they can just walk over it, and then we're all gonna keep paying and paying and paying. It's crazy. And then it's the first of 3, we have 50 buildings that we're gonna have to do, 51 buildings. This is the first 2, we've done 3 buildings that I think we're getting ready to get coated, and it happened to 2 buildings. What's gonna happen? We're gonna pay thousands of dollars for each building. We're gonna end up paying an extra $200,000-300,000 for people to keep walking on top of, This will send a message out that that is not acceptable, and if you walk on it, you're gonna pay for it. And if it turns out that we can't keep people off even with that, then we may have to tell people that when we're doing this waterproofing, that you might have to go stay in a hotel or somewhere while it's getting done. I don't want it to go to that point. I want it to be convenient, but from 8 to 4, please find something to do. Go golfing, I don't know, figure something out. Either you're gonna stay in and be a couch potato and decide I'm not gonna go out, or you go out and figure something else out, but you gotta do it. Yeah, something. Play games, get together with all your neighbors, I don't know, but you gotta figure it out. Yeah, 3 separate days it happens on.
If it was your single family home and you're doing a repair on it, would you undermine the repair and have to pay more? No.
No, and as Chris Malapiti used to say, this is not a resort. This is your home. Take care of it like it's your home. Be responsible.
So, all right, I'm gonna move on. Everybody good?
Carol?
Carol Flutterbuck, Building 47F. What happens if they decide they're not going to pay? does a lien get put on their home,
Yep.
or what?
Yep.
It's
What
not going
recourse do
away.
we have?
One way or another, at some point, we will get it. Yeah, we'll get, if they decide they're not gonna pay, it'll stay on their record, and it'll be a lien, yes.
And
It'll
they'll
be a lien
continue-
on there.
They'll continue to get late fees, they'll continue
Yeah,
to
they'll
get.
continue to get late
It'll just
fees.
keep building.
Interest payments, late fees, and it'll grow. I hate to see that, but people, they should have thought of that before they decided to walk on it. Let's move on. There's some more items for discussion: deep well project, water basin 3 project, and concrete restorations. I'm going to turn this over to Joe to discuss.
Okay, first we're going to talk about the deep well project. This is an old project that actually began in 2020. We did 25% of it approximately in 2022, and then for some reason, maybe COVID, whatever, it's been dropped. Even now we're waiting for a pole and a new service to come across Canner to provide us with a new service from FPL. So it's pretty involved. We have to run 200 feet of underground conduit to some new equipment. The equipment's going to be a computerized control for the irrigation system of our golf course. And what the benefit is there is that the computerized control is going to bring our system up slow and take it down slow, not shock the hell out of our system, so we don't have another blowout like we had over at hole 1, which is probably going to cost us in the area of $15,000 when we're done to fix it. So that's the gain. We're working with a system that's 55 years old, so it can still happen even with the computerized controls. The gain is that Sid or whoever is going to be able to read the system from their phone. If they're sitting in a recliner in their living room, they're going to be able to shut the system down immediately should there be a problem, not come here and, maybe so it's not running for hours, So anyway, I'm working on that. We're making a lot of headway. We've got 2 bids in now on the electrical side. We've got revised costs on the controls, and I don't have all the bottom line yet, but we're working on it, and we're going to do it. So that's where we're at. We already have money left yet in this project from an assessment that was done back in done back in 2020 or something, the original assessment? 22, okay.
23.
So, we don't have that
23.
bottom. 23, okay. We don't have the bottom line of what we're gonna need in advance. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, but it's back in the limelight, and we're working on it. Any day now we're supposed to get a pole, so, FPL is not exactly the most efficient at this kind of stuff, So that's that. Next, we're going to talk about the buildings. The buildings, we have a few buildings that are complete now, and it's a super looking. The end product is just really cool. It's all anti-skid. It's got like sand in the top coat, and it's really pretty neat. We met with the contractor about where do we go from here now once they're out of here, and they gave us some pointers. One of the main things is our doormats. They don't want anything on this that will retain water. So what they suggested is a doormat similar to this that doesn't retain water, not any of the, I'm going to call them coconut fiber mats and all that. They're like a big sponge that'll hold water against the concrete. Water's not supposed to get through our waterproofing, but why tempt it? Their suggestion is to not have it. Down rods, can't have any down rods. Not even if you were to put them on your door and let them go into the mat, they'll still scratch the waterproofing. If we damage it, it's very expensive to repair.
As we know.
So we don't want to have any down rods at all. The suggestion is to not have any down rods in our complex as we complete these buildings, even on the first floor. The slabs on the first floor the water can still penetrate by virtue of the hole in the concrete for the down rods. And the suggestion is to remove them all. When we complete these buildings, we are going to paint, so the downstairs slabs are going to have a new finish on them too. So let's, we need to standardize, so let's not have any down rods. We have a couple of suggestions we saw on Amazon, I think they pulled them off of, which was a rubber foot that folds down. It's not intrusive to the slab, so they should be okay. Or an upper rod that come off the buck out to the door, so we're not going into our slabs. I think that was pretty much all the comments we had.
Holes, any holes that are, if you have anything underneath your stairs. I was out walking around, and people have planters hanging underneath in the end units. They have things attached to the walls, into the that fake concrete bricking. They have holes there. Those all need to go. Okay, all you gotta do is walk. There's one. The first building here has one. They have a birdhouse hanging. Those will be removed. Okay, we can't have any holes in our concrete.
I have a question. Who is responsible for?
Come here and talk with the police. No,
No, you have to come up and say your
everybody
name.
has to.
Or right there.
Okay, so I have a question. What was it,
And
what
your
were we
name
just
and
talking about?
we need your name.
My name is Joe and I'm in 50H. Okay? All right. Now, what was the last topic that we just?
The holes in the,
No, we were underneath underneath the stairway.
Yeah.
Okay, whose responsibility is that? I didn't hear you, Joe. Whose responsibility is it to clean underneath the stairs, to fix that up?
it's
Is
the,
that the tenant's responsibility?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought I was responsible for everything in my apartment, and my HOA covered everything else.
the bylaws state that the planters on the end of the buildings are the responsibility of the person that lives in that unit.
Okay, I have a couple other issues that I'd like to bring up.
Not right
later
now.
to it.
Let's wait till the end.
Thank you.
Well, while we're on the stairs, and everyone kind of likes to do their own thing with gardens and stuff down there. Some people, like to make it the way they like it, and as long as everyone else agrees with it, that's fine. But while we're on the subject of the stairs, another issue the contractors brought up is the sprinkler systems. We cannot have sprinkler systems under those stairs. And the reason being is, if there's a breach in the sprinkler line at night when the sprinkler comes on or something, we can undermine the footing of the building. So, Bob Stover knows what that's like, so we don't want to have that exposure for the sake of a couple of sprinklers and plants. If we have them, they're going to get removed. There'll be no sprinkler systems underneath the stairs. So and that was the last item that the contractors covered. I don't think we had anything else of their concern. So the next is Basin 3 bulkhead. Basin 3 bulkhead's going very well. We're actually going to have our first interim.
Ask about when you remove.
Okay.
I'll take Joe's.
Okay.
Nilsa 9F, when you guys go around and remove the ones that currently have like a ornament or those plant hangers and stuff, will they all be filled in? As well as there's some of those little bricks that you're talking about that are missing or cracked, are they all gonna be filled in and fixed?
I don't know, I don't know that we bought any of that brick, that veneer, the brick veneer, where like some where they're falling off underneath. Are they gonna be repaired? I haven't heard that.
Maintenance will be able to do that.
They do?
Yes,
Okay.
because they've been doing that as
Okay.
everything starts to go up.
And as far as any holes that are there, the painting contractor is gonna patch them up, I assume?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's the end of that. We can get into the bulkhead. The bulkhead's going well, or if we're gonna have our, oh, sorry, go ahead. This one works good.
Diane McIntyre, 29E. I live in the first floor. I have 2 cracks on my walkway. Is there a possibility that that waterproofing could be put on the bottom floor for those cracks? Because,
Well, we wouldn't use that. We would repair the cracks, but not with that same stuff.
not with the same stuff.
Now, it's not compatible, and it's a 3-step thing, and you gotta do like all or none.
I promise I'll stay in my house all day.
You can go out the back.
Okay, so how do I go about that? Do I fill out a work order? Do I? Okay, because I've already done that. So, thank you.
Okay. Okay, we're cool? All right. As I started to say, we're gonna have our first interim inspection on the bulkhead on Basin 3. It's been going very well. We've had a lot of Monterey obstacles, wires and all that neat stuff. I go out and meet with the people every morning and make sure they can keep going. And it's happening. We've turned a corner. We're coming down the west side. We're coming west on the north bank, okay? And we're trying to get the golf course opened by within the next month or so. We're gonna have the golf course landscaped and opened. So we'll just be working down behind the buildings. We shouldn't affect any golfers anymore. So that's good. And that's pretty much all I have. We have any questions?
I like the short holes.
She likes the short holes. She wants the.
Bob Stover really likes it. He hole in one. Two. All right. That's a wrap, I think, on that.
Okay.
And I just want, Sid has said that, Holly announced at her manager meeting the other day that Carlos is going to be coming to work on hole 1 starting on Friday of this week and get the sod down. And of course, next week the golf course is closed.
That's tentative.
Oh, tentative. What's tentative? What part's tentative?
I spoke to Sid this morning. He said it may be delayed, so watch your emails in Channel 99. He's concerned about the weather. He said it's supposed to be windy. He also has an equipment issue, which may affect the reseeding of the golf course, but he's supposed to let me know, so watch 99 in your email blast, and we'll send a text them all out to everyone once we know for sure what he's doing.
But he is hoping to open hole 1 whenever he gets it, the rest of it seeded and stuff. He'll open back a hole 1. Thanks.
Does anybody have any questions or any comments?
Lorraine Danielle, 44. I have a question. The mat and the door stoppers, when you said they were available on Amazon, will you let us, the owners, know which one you want placed there and who installs them?
We're working on that.
Right.
Yeah.
What unit
Can you
are
come
in?
up front? Because I'd like everybody to hear that. Please, yes.
Pat Ellington, 44G. 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago when we started discussing the door opening, I went in, our ex-president came over and he says, because it's on the second floor, you have to have a certain length. So he installed it for me, Eric. I think it was our president.
Ron?
Yeah, Ron. Anyway, it works great. So if anyone wants to look at it. Where'd you get it? Amazon.
We'd like to see it because then I think we can tell everybody that's the
Okay.
thing to get. And
Oh, of course. Here,
I can take a picture and email it.
that'd be perfect.
Just give me somebody give me an email.
I got it.
Karen, did it look like anything like that?
Exactly.
There you go.
Okay, so we just need to come over and measure yours to make sure we have the right height.
You remember what you paid for it? After this budget, you're worried about that?
Vicky's got something.
okay, do you want to come up? Joe, is that your name? Come up
Very
and,
much appreciate it.
okay.
Okay, I'm going to start off again. Joe from 50H. When you drive into my community, we'll start off right at the beginning.
Talk to me.
We'll start off right at the beginning when you come into the community.
You have 3 minutes. Okay, I'm just letting
Oh,
you know.
just 3 minutes? Oh,
Yes,
man, this is
you
going to be
have
half
3
an hour.
minutes.
All right. Okay, so you drive into the community, the sign, the numbers there, they're not visible, they're covered with trees, whatever. People could come in here. A couple of times, I waited outside an hour for a car service to come because he couldn't find where he was. Other people complained about it. So now we passed that, we're going in. We're going into the building, we passed that. As you walk in, okay, we mentioned the under the stairs, that's over. All right, so you walk in, and as you go down, outside B, on the first floor, B, the concrete is broken for 3 years, and I've been there. They paint over it, and it's still broken. And I spoke to you at one time, and you said you were going to come over on Saturday. Yeah, I was standing here, and I told you, okay, you said you were coming Saturday. I waited for you all day, you didn't come. All right? Okay, sorry. So, yeah, if that's the worst, I'll be all right. Now, that's crap. The laundry room, the paint, they just painted it. They used the cheapest paint that you could get. It's peeling, chipping. The laundry room is filthy, okay? It's dirty. You could go take a look at it. When I walk out and I go to on my patio, there's mold, mildew, black, and I feel like I'm living in a ghetto when I look out my back window.
I have a question.
Yes.
Have you filled out work orders for all of
The
this?
work orders don't seem to do anything because
Did you
everybody-
fill out work orders for
I
each
filled
of
out a
these?
couple work orders, all right? No.
Okay.
Okay, so I didn't.
Then we
'cause
need to
other
talk to
people
Holly,
filled
and we
out
need
work-
to get the work.
Other people have filled out work orders for all the stuff that I'm talking about. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so your patio, you got to do inside your patio.
No, it's outside. When I look out my window, it's black and molded and filthy, and it's just people are parking in there with trucks. There's no security, all right? There's,
Is it just a walkway and then the next building, another community? You don't have much space back there behind you and I, do you?
I'm talking about when you look up at the overhang right there. That's the
talking about
overhang.
the front
You look up.
Oh,
and
you're
that's
talking
all
about the
covered.
overhangs?
Okay, now wait. The overhanging on the second floor, it needs to be filled in. There's bugs and all sorts of stuff crawling around up there. They're on the lights. When you walk by, there's bugs all over the lights, on the walls. They're crawling from there. All right?
Okay, we need to look at it.
I know, I have a lot of stuff, but it's all, I have no time.
Okay,
for you.
so just for your information, this is not that, we don't normally do this in a meeting.
I understand.
This is, you go and you talk to the manager.
And I've spoken, I did, I talked to,
Brenda is not the manager, Holly is the manager.
I spoke to her yesterday.
Okay.
And I asked her about our lawyers. We're supposed to have lawyers. The community, the owners of the condos have lawyers, right? Are we paying for lawyers?
No, the condos of the community don't have a lawyer. It's the board that has, the board association
So
that
I
has the
misunderstood
lawyer,
that.
not,
Okay.
you have to hire your own lawyer if you want a lawyer.
Okay, I misunderstood that. All right, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done in that building.
Sorry. As far as the laundry room goes, it's up to each of the 5 individuals upstairs or downstairs to maintain and keep it clean. It's not the
I didn't
responsibility.
get it. Could you come
It's
again?
up to the residents on each floor, 5 upstairs, 5 downstairs, to maintain the laundry room.
The
We don't get
residents
it clean. We
clean
don't
their
have
own
people that go in
laundry.
and clean it, just like we don't have pool boys. We live here, it's our responsibility, and that's also in documents. If you need it painted,
It was painted, and the painting
That's
is
the
so
thing we'll
cheap
do.
that it's peeling and chipping all over the place.
all right, well, that is something you do a work order on, but to
Okay,
keep
so
it
I
clean.
didn't know that
and-
when I got the condo, that I was gonna be responsible for cleaning the laundry room.
Did you go through an interview?
No, I did it online.
An interview? I don't think so.
Yeah, I did it on,
Because
I-
that's all part of your interview, what your responsibilities are.
did
I'm
Everyone
giving
on
you
ours.
an extra couple of seconds, but you're 3 minutes for
Okay,
now.
correct, yeah, because I said all about it, I want to say, there's a few things, but I missed them.
owns it, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, everyone is supposed to clean their own laundry rooms. If the laundry rooms are a mess, either you do it yourself, which happens a lot of times, or you get with your neighbors and figure it out. If it needs to be painted or you see issues, you gotta put in a work order. And we can't all just, they have a lot of work that's going on, so they can't just drop whatever they're doing. Eventually, they'll get to it, and if you find it's not getting done, then come to Holly and say, please, Holly, it really needs to be done. Remind her, maybe, they lost one of the work orders. I mean, it's a big place. This is a big business. So, I'm sorry you think your laundry room's not good, but the paint, that'll be a work order thing. And as far as under the trees, or not under the trees, under the steps, they have to, it's the people at the building that maintain it, usually the end units. Sometimes you get into agreements with other people, we like these certain things in there, but it's up to you guys. And as far as security, we don't have security that goes around.
I obviously noticed that,
Yeah, we don't have it, and we never did have it, and we're not hiring security. All the money that we make, we don't make money. We collect money that we need to pay for the expenses. We're not in here, we're not that kind of a business. It's a not-for-profit. We're in here to cover the expenses. We're not here to make money and there's no profit here. You want to pay, if we hired a security company, you would be paying even more HOA, or COA, really, condo fees.
So there's people that are walking around here at night, in and out of everywhere, and there's no security.
We call the
How
police.
about
When
cameras?
you see something,
I
we call
called
the police.
On a boat. There was a
We're not
boat that
gated.
came in, and a big truck drove by. I thought maybe it was, illegal people coming in. But,
In there, okay, well, we would call the police. When we've noticed there was somebody last year stealing, and we called the police, like, they were going in people's cars and breaking in, and we called the police, and the police would go around and check things out, and they had a presence there for a while, but we don't have security.
Excuse me,
Neighborhood
Sabrina, but
watch,
there's
don't
point of order. This gentleman has exceeded his 3 minutes.
Yes, I did tell you you exceeded 3 minutes, but I was answering your question, okay?
I appreciate it.
Thanks.
I'm not here to give anybody a hard time.
I know, no problem, but I'm just trying to let you know how things are and what you need to have work orders for and stuff like that, all right?
Somebody sends in a work.
But you're done, I'm sorry, you're done. I already told you a while ago you were done. Vicky, come on down. Vicky, come on down.
She's not coming down. I see some new faces here. The Halloween party is next Friday. This is the last time you can buy a ticket. If you'd like to come down here and buy your tickets, I see you.
The Nine and Dine is on Saturday.
Only for dinners.
Only for dinners. You can buy for dinners. They already set up the golf part, so if anybody wants to go to dinner, go to see Sam and buy your tickets.
Okay. So Vicky wasn't on a mic.
Come up and say it. Come up.
No, Vicky wasn't on a mic. So tickets for the Halloween party. Halloween party is this Friday. Get your tickets.
No,
Sam.
next Friday.
Oh, next Friday. Sorry. Sam mentioned the Nine and Dine. Golf is all set. If you want to come for dinner, see Sam or Kathy, you can get a ticket.
Are we all set? Are we all set? Okay.
So even though the Rules Committee didn't meet this summer, we did some emails back and forth. The new rules book is online. It's draft. It's not imposed yet. I'll be bringing it to the Board of Directors meeting next month on November 10th. It is online. It actually, if you go to the NYCC Stewart, there's a news banner out there, or when you first log in, it's right there. It's got a link. You click on the link. News board, as Chris just told me. It's got a link. It'll take you right to that document. If the link doesn't work, go over on the left-hand side under Rules. The new Rules Committee book is out there. It says draft on it. It says November 2025 draft. Everything that we have changed in the rules book, a lot of it is just we put stuff in better order. We followed the bylaws. When the bylaws were being followed, we put the bylaw in there. So we weren't messing with the verbiage. Comes right out of the bylaws. On the last page is everything that has changed. Okay? So you can go in there, go to that last page, see which rules have been revised, and then find the rule in the rule book. Okay? It's out there. Please look at it. You can tell any of our committee members, Kathy Mondello, myself, who else is on that committee? I'm drawing up. Diane McIntyre, Paula DeBella. You can talk to any of those people and let us know if you agree, you don't agree, if you think we should look at it closer, any of those kinds of things. So just letting you know, please go out and read it. Let me know if anything's blatantly wrong. Thank you.
I want to say something too.
How many units are sold this year?
I don't have an exact number. I was waiting for it from the interview committee, but I've been watching, and they're fluctuating in prices. They have been selling. I won't tell you that they're real high-end. Some have sold. The last one that I saw, a 1.5 upstairs, sold for $66.
Oh, my God.
Well, but we had a 2.2 sell for $166. Contract is going in place for $135 across the street. It depends on the units, what they look like.
May I ask, are they mainly cash?
Yes.
Okay, because that's the only way to live. Gotta make it.
Well, as I said, some of them are going higher end. It all depends on what you're offering and who wants out fast enough. Then you have to adjust the price to the market values these days. Well, then,
Haven't put it on the market yet.
okay.
I'd like to thank the board for the great
Thank you. I like to hear that. Thanks.
So thank you for that.
I'd like to say something too. I would like to ask that we have some patience. The office is.
Yeah, you can't hear me.
Oh,
It just sounds like you're not on the mic.
I speak softly. I would like to ask that we have some patience. We're all going to deal with these buildings eventually. These were the first 5. They're moving into the next 5. The office gets a lot of complaints. They're calling places, OSHA, and carrying on. This has been prepared. We've tried to do the best we can. It's learning for us too, this first 5. We will try to do better at getting out information and what's scheduling. But please try to be patient. I know I haven't dealt with it yet, but I will, and so will all of us. Parking has been a bit of a problem also. Some of these buildings are close by, so we can't go out and check the parking so much. Try to be,
Yes, and my building was done, and we were here the whole time it was done, and it was not that bad.
No.
I mean, we had one day that there was a lot of pounding, and Mark and I were like, let's go play golf. And the next day they did a little bit of chipping and stuff, but it was really just one day of the grinding and chipping and loud banging. And then, of course, I'm downstairs, but you still get the vibration through downstairs.
It's an inconvenience, but it's something we have to do. This is not something we just thought up. The board previous to us worked on this a year ago or more to put this program together. It's something we have to do. It's not something we decided just on a whim to do. So we just ask that you be a little more patient with each other and with the management, and we will do the best we can. Thank you. And where's Joe? I'm going to find him and go.
Sabrina, one more
I
thing.
didn't remember.
Also, if you don't have a sticker on your car to park here, because there's a lot of them.
Yes.
We've been out looking around. There are so many.
We've been putting tags on cars that don't have stickers.
So if you got tagged, and we're gonna keep tagging you, and we may tow you. I mean,
yeah, when you get after 3, you're done. You're gone.
Right. So, if you don't have a sticker on your,
Why can't it be just one? This is not children.
No.
well, Sam, we're trying to be nice to a point. This is, but guys, this is just.
We hope that people
this is
wake
not-
up and get with the program.
This is not that you're parked in a guest spot. This is not that you're parked in the wrong parking spot. This is as simple as a sticker. Okay? Come to the office. When you get something on your, come to the office. Put your sticker on your car.
Kim, Eileen and I took a ride one night. 11 cars.
I know.
Had no stickers. All we ask is that they come to the office. You buy a new car, you need a new sticker. Or if you fell off, get a new one. It doesn't cost you anything, but we can't identify the cars.
We ran out of tags.
Well, there you
last
go.
night.
It's gonna
we
come.
ran out of tags, or more would have gotten tagged.
Yeah, we
with
ran
no
out
stickers.
of we ran out of tickets. Fergie? Where's the wireless?
Thank you.
What's Fergie's last name?
Bergie Martin, 23A. Currently, Butch's car is in for repairs, and we have a rental car in that parking space. So what do you want us to do about that?
I think you come in and get a sticker. You can come in and sign in like a visitor park, or you get a visitor thing,
You
and
get
then you're
one
all
that
set.
hooks on your mirror. You know, just
Oh,
like
okay.
a handicap,
Like a guest pass.
like a handicap sticker.
Okay.
Just come in and we'll get you one for your mirror.
Thank you.
And then we'll at least be able to say that you're supposed to be there. Because we don't know who's supposed to be parked where.
I was just going to say that. They're talking about security, but if we have people parking here that doesn't have a sticker, how do they know if they belong here?
So we're working on that, but we need a little assistance from the residents. Please just do what you're supposed to do.
Trip Causey, 11D. Anyway, I'm just curious if y'all have with the construction in the areas where we've got to move parking, if there's people that like aren't going to come because of the construction in their building, because we just started, have y'all looked at, you know, if say 11D wasn't coming, taking our spot if it's away from the building and making a temporary guest spot? I don't know if that's possible. Because some of those are away from the building where the people park.
I believe the people, like when we're doing the projects, that the people can move away and find, you got to find other parking if it's a spot that's not taken. Okay. So,
Yeah, but couldn't we contact the people we know aren't coming? I mean,
Yeah, and just let them know that you have empty spaces. Also, the next round of buildings will be 15. We were going to try to do better on not having them all in a row. We got 11, 12, and 13 down there. That ties up a lot of parking spaces. So we'll try to do better to separate
Try
them
to
a
stagger
little.
them.
So that
Bergie
the
Martin,
parking is not so
23A.
tight.
Regarding parking in a place that somebody else owns, I park in a renter's parking area, and she does not have a car, so I was required to get a letter from her to use her parking place, and I
Yes.
believe it's on file.
It's a
somewhere.
waiver too. If you have
Pardon
two
me?
cars, you
That's
can do
good.
it in the winter. When they're not here or the summer, you get a
Okay.
waiver and you can use their space as long as they allow it. Good.
are we done? Any more questions? Okay, so we're adjourned. Let's make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
We're done?